Hi friends, today we're gonna do a braided top knot. So I know we've seen every version of a top knot, but this one is so easy, I couldn't help but sharing it with you. So what I did for my particular face, and if you're angular like I am, this is a good way to soften the look, is you just make a little braid to start. So if you don't have this angular face and you have a little bit more roundness to your face, just do your top knot and skip the braid, it'll be gorgeous on you. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with a comb and or a brush and one of my new favorite tools, which is the Goody spin pin. This thing is amazing. They say they're equal to 10 to 20 bobby pins. So you just spin it in like a corkscrew and it'll be the equivalent of 10 to 20 bobbies. How great is that? And then I'm gonna go for an extra hold hairspray, which is called Supreme Control by Pureology. This will really make it last. You know, when you're doing a top knot, you might be going to work or you might be going out to a party. The worst thing that could happen is that you're dancing on that dance floor and your top knot flies off. So we definitely don't want that to happen for you. Okay, so we started with this little braid. You can have that or you can skip it. And then we're just gonna pull everything up into a high ponytail. Now one thing with me personally, and you may feel different, is that I'm not really into perfect. And sometimes with my hair, it's hard to not make it look perfect because it's kind of thick. So it'll just look like it's too tight and polished. So instead of leaving those rake marks from the comb, I'm gonna slide my fingers through it. I'm gonna leave my little braid out and I'm just gonna break up those little perfect comb marks. Okay, so make sure all your pieces are up. And I don't know about you, but I have these crazy, very Muppet-like sideburns that always stick out, so don't worry, we'll deal with those in just a second. All right, so pulling this back. And the thing is, you want to find what's right for you. So Kate Bosworth, Kim Kardashian, we've seen it all over the runways. We're seeing all different versions of this. So you just have to play with it and find the location that's right for you and what flatters your face the most. Okay, so we have this ponytail. We're gonna break it into 3 and we're just gonna give it a simple braid. Okay, so. All right, once we get to those tips, and this is perfectly fine, so let it go if that's happening. Once we get to those tips, I'm gonna take a clear Goody rubber band and I'm just gonna stick it on those ends. I'm only gonna go around twice. You want it to be nice and loose and light. So when you are braiding, just make sure it's not too light. It's really, really soft. Okay, here is the coolest part of the whole thing. So you're gonna take your ends, you're gonna grab a center piece, hold onto your elastic and just push. And now you've messed up that perfect looking braid. You might want to give it a little bit of spray. And here I'm using the Strengthening Control Mist, and this is a light spray, and I'll finish it off with the tough stuff. So I'm going to give it a little spin around the top. And I want to pull it out a little bit. It doesn't look quite right on my face, although it might look right on your face when it's too pointy. And then I'm going to take my favorite tool ever, the spin pin, and I'm just going to spin that in. And one thing that you want to think about is spinning it into the end elastic. Okay, so there we have it in. I'm going to feel that. I'm going to look at it. It's very lopsided right now. We're going to just pull that out until we find its right place. Give it a little dose of spray. And then I'm gonna add an extra spin pin for security, but you may not need it. Your hair might not need 2. You might only need 1. So I'm feeling like this side is a little high right here. I'm gonna pull that down and just spin it right in. Okay. Look at this little short layer right there. A little dose of hairspray, I'll do that guy right. And then what I'm going to do to finish it off is just take this guy and wrap it around. So the trick here is to hide that little elastic And so you can take another spin pin, which I would like to do for my thicker hair, or just a simple bobby, and just spin it right into that second elastic. I love these because at the end of the night, after a big night out, when you're exhausted and maybe a little tipsy and you just want to go to bed and not rip out 10,000 bobby pins, you just corkscrew these guys out. So for me tonight, I have 3 corkscrews and I'm done. Hallelujah. Okay, so we want to check it out from every angle. I don't mind these imperfect guys. I kind of like those. I'm thinking it looks good from all angles. You'll tell me when I spin around in just a moment. And then all that fuzziness, I actually don't mind that either. I might even like add to it a little bit. Mess it up a little bit. Break up that braid a little bit. And then I do want to deal with these Muppet sideburns. So I'll give a little spray, go up, another little spray, up. And there we have it, friends. Our imperfect braided top knot. I hope you like it.